Hey everyone, we're here with what's sold on eBay for the weekend. This is my beautiful wife, Linda. I am Cameron, the other half of our channel, Flashback Finds, where we sell stuff on eBay. Different. What? What did you say?
I said quarter.
Quarter what?
Yeah, the other quarter.
Oh, I'm a quarter of the channel. Granted, I started it and I do most of the work. But that's how marriage works. So, anyways, we actually sell stuff not just on eBay now. We have a couple other sales from other platforms this weekend. We're going to go over what we sold on eBay to make some money to pay for just our life. But I have a full-time job, but this is how we kind of supplement the income, and it's done pretty well for us. Anything you want to say before we get started?
No.
Okay. How are our totals today? What did we do?
So we had a total of 36 sales across 3 platforms. 34 of those sales were on eBay for a total of just under $16.50, and $31 of that was on Poshmark.
Plus shipping, I believe, on Posh.
Yes, that one was plus shipping, and $49 plus shipping on Mercari. So
pretty good weekend for us.
Yeah.
We our other platforms, we're not expecting a lot, but if we get a couple sales in there, we're pretty happy about that. So we'll do those first.
We have it both of our phones get the notification, so
Yeah.
we're like,
well, she doesn't get the ones on eBay,
No.
so I mean, I guess she probably could, but so I'm like, did you see the thing sold on Mercari? She goes, yeah, or like she'll get a message, hey, did you message me back? So it's been nice because she's actually done some of the communication on some of the other platforms too, because she'll get the notification too, so it works. Let's go to Mercari first. Pretty cool item here.
So Mercari, this is a lot of 3 Sonic the Hedgehog plushes. You've got Tails, Eggman, and Sonic.
Yep.
And those 3 sold for $49 plus shipping. So they are first class. So
yeah, they were like $2 or $1.50 for all of them at a garage sale. So they were just sitting in a pile of toys, and someone bought them plus ship on Mercari. So that's pretty cool. They were up on eBay as well, and they haven't sold. So I have to take. I may have already taken them down, but I need to if not.
Yeah, and we gotta get good at that.
Yeah, and then we got our Poshmark sale.
Poshmark sale. This is a pair of Skechers casual men's shoes.
Yep.
They're not for anything specific, I don't think.
No.
At least it doesn't say they are.
They're in good shape though.
Yeah, the bottoms are really nice.
The soles are nice. They were $5.
And they sold for $31 plus shipping on Poshmark.
And I think there was on eBay, I know for sure, but they've been up on eBay for a little while. I cross-posted them to Posh. They'd already been on eBay for a few months before I did that. So, yeah, sold on Posh pretty good. We did have a couple other offers on Posh and some people interested in stuff, but no transaction. So
yeah.
We'll take it, though. A couple extra sales, a few extra dollars in our pocket. Let's go ahead and go over on eBay. We're going to show it on the screen. Wait, what?
$1.50 in my pocket.
Oh, she's talking about another YouTuber. Anyways,
to start our 34 sales on eBay, we have this Scrapple Deluxe Edition. Scrapple Deluxe.
It's the knockoff brand.
It's literally the knockoff.
Doesn't have all the letters, but it works.
Scrapple Deluxe Edition with the rotating turntable. It is complete because I counted and made sure. And she's
the official board game piece counter.
Yeah. But it did sell for $50 shipped.
$50. Shipping, it can be a little bit bulky on these guys, especially with the new USPS rates that are coming in. Probably when you're seeing this, they are in, but yeah, shipping this on USPS, not really a great option unless it's going somewhere close. It's going to usually be a FedEx or UPS.
Yeah.
So happy to see it go though. Usually, I think I paid $7.50 for this one, but I try to pay $5 or less because a lot of times they are missing a letter or two. We have one that needs 1 letter, so we have to get a replacement.
And I check that too.
Yep.
Which letter specifically?
You have to, because otherwise the game, if there's no Z's.
Apparently we can't just throw a letter in there. So, next up, Cameron purchased a lot of ninjas off of the Salvation Army. Salvation Army auctions that he likes to shop online. And this one is one of them that sold for $55.
We sold 2 already. You guys have seen them. But this is, the guy that bought one of them already, no, we sold 1 before this. The guy that bought the first one, it shipped and made it, and then he made an offer on this one. I said $55. He was interested in them all, but he wanted to pay like $30 or $40, but he'd buy them all. And I'm like, no, even though I'll save on shipping, I can still sell them for more than that. Not a lot of people have these.
Yeah, and especially not packaged.
Yeah, there's a lot of loose ones. They don't go for near as much. And my packaging isn't perfect, but people want it on the card. Salvation Army auction had them. I spent $11 or $13 for all 5. I bought 5 of them, different bids. And it was plus $10 shipping each. But I'm like, if I buy them all, I know that Salvation Army, a lot of them will combine the shipping. They combined the shipping, it was $15.
Yeah.
So instead of the $50 quote I had for shipping, I only charged $15, and it made the pricing even better. So we're in them for like $15 each, and that one sold for $55.
Yeah.
For online auction, I'm okay with those margins. I'm okay with that probably at a garage sale too. So who am I kidding?
Yeah.
And they should go first class. They're pretty light. So
yeah.
I just got to find a good enough box for them.
And then next up, Adelinda's $100 Christmas buy.
Oh, look at Linda. Really nice.
This is Pegasus Hobbies 1 to 144 scale modern American military guys. They are. They're literally like...
They need to be at least 3 times this size.
They're adorable though. But those sold for $14 shipped.
Yeah, so she's making some money back on her Christmas deal. You know, I'm doing all the work for, but she takes 100% of the credit.
You didn't spend the money.
No, but I mean, I'm the one who listed them all that.
That's how investors work.
Right.
They buy the item, you take care of it, and then you get to reap the benefits.
But realistically, the $100 is still mine anyway.
No, it's not.
Anyways, next item.
Next
this is Adelinda's personal collection.
This is Ava's Hot Lips, volume 1 and 2. It's over under the giraffe.
Okay, guys.
It's the tested rare cassette, and this.
I'm not gonna show the whole thing, but I'll show this little picture.
There she is. That's Ava and her Hot Lips.
And it says this is the ultimate audio sex experience.
Oh gosh.
Anyways.
But no, Cameron didn't test it.
No, I did not.
And it sold for $20.
Came out of the rock and roll buy. It may not say it, but it did.
He didn't want to.
Actually, no, that came out of the rap and hip hop. Remember all those rap? That's where it came out of.
That sounds about right.
The rap and hip hop cassettes. I listed it because some of them sell every once in a while, and I don't know. I was just kind of listening to see if it would sell, and I'm like, man, is someone really wanting to listen to this right now? Crazy.
Someone wanted it.
Crazy.
And then we've got a vintage women's LL Bean fleece large jacket, and that one sold for $38 and some change.
That one sold once before, and lady said it smelled like smoke. We got it back, and it didn't smell like smoke. I watched it again. I'm like, does it smell like smoke? And Linda's got a nose where she can pick up on those things. I'm like, I don't think it smells like smoke. Do you? And she goes, no, it doesn't. So we washed it again, and it smells good. We sold it. Hopefully it won't be an issue.
Yeah. And
some people, you know, I don't know. They have just super good nostrils.
We got these neon nights.
These are bright, man.
Literally.
The picture does not, because the picture came out a little dark.
The picture does not show.
I should have adjusted it. These are bright yellow. But
this ring light, it shows it pretty good. I mean,
look at that. I looked at it here, but what you see on the screenshot, I mean, it doesn't look this
not
yellow.
Not that great.
These were $10, and they sold for?
They're a pair of Nike Women's Air Force Ones, and they sold for $50 shipped.
They're awesome. I mean, I couldn't wear those, but whoever wore those is going to look great.
Yeah, those are pretty intense.
Next
up, we got a pair of vintage Dominion roller skates.
These are good quality
Dominion
skates. You can
Canada
tell by the
marathon skates.
Yeah.
And those sold for $75 shipped.
These were $15. They're really good quality, so I grabbed them.
Actually, our little guy...
The next item we'll show on the screen, we have 2 sets of them, and I don't want to pull them out. And
they're a pair of Bmw Grilles.
Mm-hmm. They're used.
They're used.
Official, though, BMW parts. These are OEM parts.
Yeah, literally. And those are a bestie buy, and they sold for $90 shipped.
So it's 2 sets, so there's two in each set. They were 50 cents each. He goes, $2 for all of them. From my main guy that I buy from, and he goes, I don't know if you're going to sell them. They're used. I'm like, dude, they're in good shape. And he goes, yeah, $2.
Let's buy him dinner.
And I'm like, yeah, they sold for 90 or whatever for one set. So, but it's funny because then he'll pick up something. He'll be like, oh, look at this PS4 game, $10. I'm like, dude, it's only worth like $5. I'll take $7. So it's just, you never know. People, sometimes they put value on different, and sometimes he's right on. You know, he puts value on something, and it's like he's 100% on. Sorry, we're bumping the camera here, but other times he's not.
Next up, we have the Killing Zone on paperback, and that one sold for $14 and some change.
How and why pilots? We'll just leave it. Why did you say? I was trying not to say it, just so it doesn't scare people. You blew it.
Sorry.
This is a cool.
This is a box that Zane stole for a little bit. It is.
We are questionable parents at times.
Jack Daniels wooden box.
So my son was found. He has a pirate ship, like a bedding and like a bed. It's not really a pirate ship, but it kind of works.
We made it.
Yeah, it kind of looks like it, but it's not a pirate ship. But like it looks like it's made of wood, and but it's plastic. And he got this, and he goes, "Oh, I got a treasure chest."
It's a treasure box for it.
So he kept putting all his toys in here.
Well, it started out in the garage, and he filled it to the top.
I had listed it, and he started playing with it. And I'm like, "Well, I felt so bad."
No, you didn't yet.
Oh, that was when I first got it.
Yeah, we first got it.
Then I listed it.
He filled it up, and you're like, "Oh, I should probably take that back from him." And you snuck it out of his room, listed it, and put it up high so he couldn't see it.
Yeah, that's it. But he was using it as a treasure chest. And
But yeah, you walk into our 3-year-old son's room and he's got a Jack Daniels box.
No one really saw those, so.
But anyways, it
Don't
sold
call
for
CPS.
$120 shipped.
So yeah, that was a
weird one because he was like,
10 or 15.
I don't know if it's worth anything because I was gonna repaint it for him and everything.
Well,
and Cameron's like, wait, let me look first.
It came with a big bulk, but I think it was like 10 or 15 bucks, and the deal was really good. And I'm like, well, whatever. It was kind of.
What was in it? There was something in it.
I think it was tools or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, well, the box is kind of in rough shape. It's not perfect, but it's got a little bit of the graphic on there. I never looked it up because my son started playing with it, and I'm like, well, it's probably not worth it. I thought it might be worth $50. And then I looked and I'm like, oh, shoot.
Sorry, you can't play with it anymore.
So yeah, but $120 or something, that was an offer to watchers.
Yeah.
Definitely will bubble wrap it up nicely, but I don't really collect alcohol stuff or even drink really, but this is a cool looking box.
It is. It's a
if
nice
you were
box.
doing like a nice like treasure chest or like a pirate or like a man cave.
Not even that, but if you just had your own home bar.
You could open this up and have like some like bottles come out.
Yeah, it'd be really cool.
It'd be pretty cool. So good man cave piece. Next
up, we got a vintage 1970 Matchbox Beach Buggy. This is series number 30. It's purple or purpley pink and orange and
speckled. You can't see it
speckled.
because they were like blinding you with this tinfoil.
Dime bags.
Dime bag. Anyways. This came out of the red lines. I decided to look through all the cars in there because I'm like, well, maybe some of them have some value because they're older, and some of them did.
Some did. This one sold for $13.
$13 for this little guy, and he sold within a couple days. We got another one to show you too.
Out of a bunch of zipline stuff. This is a Gusto Games seat with the rope. It's a replacement part, so I guess when you're ziplining, you can have a seat to sit on instead of just
they all have
free fall.
Yeah, they all have the seats on them. I got the whole set for $50. Yes, from a friend, and he was just trying to sell it to really help his sister out, and I took it. I didn't really want it. The handyman. I'm not gonna say his name, but so he goes, "Hey, would you be interested?" And I'm like, "I could probably part it out, but..." And then she wanted $50, so it was kind of more of, helps us out a lot with stuff. I'm gonna do right by him, and I bought it for $50, and I'm like, I'll make some money out, or maybe I will eventually. This sold within a week for $35, so we're like maybe getting close to halfway there. There's a bunch of little parts, and I figured people probably bought this setup and they broke it, or they want new parts or whatever. It'll eventually sell. Don't recommend going out and buying one of these used. These are all brand new. This bag is open a little bit because I tore it open, but everything else is sealed, so I know it's a brand new piece. I wouldn't sell a used zipline thing. That'd just be super questionable unless it was like a high quality one and you could verify it was good. But $35 shipped on that, and it's super light. Next
up, we got a pair of 32 short digital desert camo trousers, and those ones sold for $23 and some change.
Not really a great one because 32 short. Not many people looking for that, but they did sell.
Short people got.
Okay, which one is it?
Out of the $700 manual buy, we have a 99 to 04 Honda Odyssey manual, and that one sold for $80 shipped.
$80.
Then that super fancy Cuisinart that Karen picked up for $60 from...
$60 plus tax from one of our thrift stores locally, and that's a lot of money to pay, but it was the newer one, $300 retail price.
Fancy case and everything.
We sold the bowl for the lid, or one of them, for $75. We sold a blade for $35.
And then we sold the stem for $40 shipped.
So we're in the profits, guys, and Linda can just tell me right now that I was right, because most people would never pay $60 for that, and I'm gonna probably sell $300 worth of parts easy. So
then out of the $700 manual buy, we have an 03 Acura MDX workshop manual, and that one sold for $35 shipped.
We have a bunch of this one, so if you need us, let us know. Sealed and used.
Then out of the $700 manual buy, we've got an 02 to 03 Acura RSX shop manual, and that one sold for $100 shipped. And then we got some more ninjas. This person bought 3 ninjas.
The last 3, actually.
The last 3 ninjas.
So I'll just put them up here. You can talk about them.
So these 3 ninjas are all from 1984. They are sealed, and they sold for $140 shipped for the 3-pack.
Yeah, so basically the person had offered me like 35 and then 40 and 40. And I had them listed at like 65 or something each. And I said, he goes, I'll buy them all. Can you give me a deal? And I said, and he was polite about it. I said, look, if you do 40 on the lowest one and then 50-50, so 140 shipped, I'll do them all. And he said, boom, send me the offer. So it worked, and we sold them. And then one of them sold on Mercari after that.
Yeah.
Because I'm guessing they were tracking them on eBay, and once they sold, a minute they sold, Like, I mean, like 5 minutes later, one sold on Mercari, and I told the person they just sold, and they were cool, and everything was fine. But yeah, that was the downside, I guess, to cross posting is they sold that quick. But I'm guessing since they were unique enough, people were watching them on both.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you get penalized on Mercari, but it was our first time ever having it happen. So got to be quick on the delisting or whatever, I guess, like almost instant. Next item.
Next $700 manual buy. We have an 07 Honda Odyssey ETM, and that one sold for $43 shipped.
And what do? We love when ETM sell, guys. We love it when ETM sell because they're not that popular. They sell for a little bit less, but I have a ton of them. So I love getting rid of the electrical manuals.
Yes. So what do?
Yay, Cameron.
Next
Again,
up.
not to gloat, but that manual buy is pretty awesome. As messy as our garage has been with manuals, it's paying off big time. Next
up, this
from
is
the death pile.
a...
Look at that look, guys. Look of love and just compassion.
This is a Nintendo GameCube case only. This is Gauntlet Dark Legacy.
Well,
it does have the manual.
Yes.
But no game. And it self-sold for $40 shipped.
Because this game sells for like 80 or 90 shipped. I don't even know what the total is. I forgot, but very bad. And I have it on PS2 as well, and I think that's going to sell for like 15 or 20 bucks. So. Yep.
Next up, we got this cute little
He's
giraffe.
super soft.
Yeah, he is. And he sings and snores and stuff.
Cloud B, whatever that is.
Yeah, so Cloud B Gentle Giraffe. It's a baby sleep soother, and he sold for almost $25 shipped.
He was $1. I just looked up Cloud B Giraffe, and I'm guessing, someone had one, it broke or whatever, so they got a new one for their kid.
And next up, we got a lot of 9 Annie's Crochet Afghan Sampler DVDs. So they teach you how to stitch
Dougie?
Afghans, I guess.
Not that. How many other 9? Okay, they sold for?
They sold for $55 shipped.
55 shipped, guys. You won't learn how to Dougie, but you can stitch different Afghans.
Sampler Afghans.
There's different blocks. I don't know. There's a bunch. I don't even know where I got them. I think I spent $2 each. So 18 bucks into 55. That's okay. Again, not probably the greatest margins, but for me, that'll work on some things. What do we got next?
Next up, we have a lot of 3 cassettes. This is
Gabriel.
Juan Gabriel. And his 3-pack sold for $25.50 shipped.
Now, as you can see by my skin, I'm super pale. But I went to this garage sale, and this couple, they speak Spanish. They told me they were from Mexico. Their family's from Mexico, but they speak English and everything too. And they have all these cassettes at the time, all Spanish, Latin American. It's got like merengue, just different party mixes, and everything's in Spanish. And I walk up there, and here I am, and I'm looking at all these cassettes, and the wife is just laughing, and I can hear him whispering. And then he goes to me and he goes, "What are you looking at the cassettes for?" This is months ago. I go, "I'm a reseller, and I know there's some value because some of these are hard to find. There's not as many." And he was laughing. He goes, "Okay," and I bought them all for like $30, a whole box full, and we made a bunch of money on them, probably 200 something bucks. This is one of our last little sets left. Same guy. I show up this past week, 2 weekends ago, and he goes, "Hey, I remember you. You bought all my cassettes." And at the same sale, he had a bunch of CDs. Again, same, all Hispanic, Latin American artists, all in Spanish. And I didn't buy them at that time because I want to take a chance on the cassettes. I'll leave the CDs. And he came back and goes, "You're going to buy my CDs this time?" And I said, "Probably am." And I looked, and we made a deal for like $25 for all the CDs. So he was laughing. He thought it was funny that a super white guy came and bought all of his CDs, but no one that spoke Spanish did. So, see, people appreciate resellers. That's what I'm saying. And he was a super nice guy. I also bought a bunch of other stuff from him, so that was cool. Some Paco jeans, some Pokemon plush. They had a lot of cool stuff there.
But if you go down deep enough into Mexico, you get people that look like us.
No, I know there's people that are pale, but I mean, here I am. I speak very little Spanish. And I'm at his sale looking at these cassettes, and he's probably like, "You probably don't even understand what they're saying." And his wife, I know his wife was kind of making jokes about it. I could hear it. So,
that's what they do.
But
it's like when we're at the nail salon and the ladies talk about us.
It's okay.
Making fun of our feet.
All I know is I hope they have more because we made money on those. Next.
Next up, we got a 12-pack of Beetles guitar picks, all cutesy and Beatley, and those sold for $9 shipped.
I don't think Beatley is a good word to say. I don't think that describes the Beatles as they're Beatley.
They're the Beatley Beatles.
Yeah, right. Next. I love you, but you're different, man. You're a different breed.
Next up, this is O'Shaughnessy's Boy.
It's a very valuable DVD.
It sold for $11 and some change. It is going global shipping program, so who knows what they paid and why they paid that.
Said about it before. the little archive or archive collection. These are the type of ones.
Archive.
You want to look for those ones because those have some value.
And then we have a Filipino Bible. This is, I'm not even going to try to pronounce it.
Magandang Balita Biblia.
Oh.
Philippine, they speak Tagalog. I know that because I know from work. But yeah, this was a Bible. I don't know where I got this. Maybe at the Savers. But this Bible sold for
$42.50 shipped.
I found that a lot of times, like Korean Bibles, this is my first Filipino, like Tagalog Bible, I should say, but sometimes they do sell. If you can find a good quality one, not like a cheap one, but a nice, good quality, they will sell. That one took a while, but it sold.
Yep. And then
remember these little guys? People probably
these.
Remember these little guys.
You can still get them sometimes, not maybe this specific one, but you can find them at the stores
These
when the
dancing...
Valentine's happens and stuff, little dancing ones.
I think I took the better. I should have took the better, yeah.
Yeah.
Dancing hamster.
This one sings Brick House, and she dances, and it sold
She's
for
a brick.
$25.50 shipped.
Pretty good for that. I think it was $1. Then
we have another vintage slot car. This one
the other one wasn't a slot car. Just to be clear, it was a die-cast car. This is a
It said slot car in the listing.
Oh, it did?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so.
Yes, it did. You want to argue?
I didn't put slot car in there. Yeah, you want to argue? Matchbox Beak Buggy. Boom! Count it!
You better cut that out.
He wants me to cut it out. No, I'm not cutting it out.
You suck.
I know. I listed it. Slot car. This one's awesome. This was sitting in that little box of Hot Wheels, and I almost was like, I'll just dump them and I'll list them in a big lot. Glad I didn't, guys. This sold for?
This one sold for $35.
It has some damage on the bottom. I should have counted it at 40. I had it listed at 50, and 40 is really where I wanted to be, but I just took the offer, so can't complain.
And then we have a box of Dark and Lovely, Beautiful Beginnings. This is a curl softener for girls, hair kit, and it sold for $35 shipped.
I was at a garage sale and I just scanned it. I'm like, I don't know, maybe because sometimes Old Health and Beauty sells and it was worth something. I have no idea why this would be worth that much, but I guess maybe, I know discontinued stuff. I mean, that's a lot of times why people spend so much because they find a product that works. They'll spend the money to have it because it's worth it to them.
And a Scam Band. Sold for $12
We're running out.
shipped.
We're running out, but we sold another one.
Then, do you want to put this one?
Yeah.
Then a $700 manual buy. We have this awesome one. This is an 02 to 06 Acura RSX manual, and it sold for $150 shipped.
Pretty good, pretty good. We're getting down to the wire here.
Then we got a black Onkyo Apple iPod interactive dock, and that one sold for $15 and some change.
I don't know why people are still using iPods. Only me. Not anymore, really, but sometimes.
And then we got a pack of 6 David Weber science fiction novels. And that pack of 6 sold for $15 and some change.
The ones are there. We got a bunch of them from Storage Unit Guy the last time I bought from him. But sci-fi novels you can find by the same author, you know, whatever storyline. Some of them have some value if you can get them for cheap. So look out for those paperbacks at like an estate sale or something. Or like a rummage sale or a book sale even, you can find them.
And then this is
This is old.
listing.
I told Lynn, I'm like, I don't think I have this anymore. I think I threw it away.
I found it.
But she found all 3 pieces.
This is a Mark Gorman CD disc lot, and this one sold for $13 shipped.
So apparently someone believes in him. But anyways, $13 shipped on that, going out medium mail. So we'll make a little bit. Is that all we got?
That's it.
Okay, guys, that's everything. We got a little bit of time to pack this up before the end of the day, so maybe there'll be something else. If not, we will see you in the next video with what sells on Monday. Thank you guys so much. Take care.